Trump Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Now, I got a question from somebody a couple of days ago, and they want to know what I thought about the Floyd Mayweather fight against McGregor. And, you know, I'm not the biggest boxing fan in the world, I must confess. And I saw the fight, and it was a pretty decent fight. It was pretty much what I expected. You know, I mean, I never looked at Conor McGregor as a boxer. You know, this is his first boxing match. He came from the UFC, MMA, you know, so I didn't really know what to expect from him. You know, but he's a tough guy. You know, I think he just did the best he could. You know, I mean, I think he took a beating. And, you know, it was just, they made their money. And, you know, they went about their business. And Floyd did what he had to do. He's 50-0. And hopefully he retires and stays retired. But there's something about the fight that was kind of troubling to me. And every fight for the past, I don't know, maybe 15 fights, I've watched Floyd fight. I haven't seen all his fights, but the past 10 to 15 fights, I would say, there's something that's been consistent in almost every fight that I've seen him fight against any opponent. And it's very troubling, and it's very sad, and I think it's kind of tragic. And some of these people should be ashamed of themselves, because you have people at the McGregor fight, you have a lot of people walking around wearing Ireland flags. And a lot of these people are not from Ireland. They're not. You know, because a lot of these people don't have the accent. A lot of these people don't look like they're from Ireland. So, you know, being that I'm well traveled, I pretty much can tell if someone's from Ireland or someone's Irish without even them opening their mouths. You know, just their whole persona, the body language, their whole charisma, charm, if they got it. You know, just a person from Ireland has a different demeanor than a person that's born and raised that's Irish here in America. So I can tell I can tell the difference. It's not hard for me to tell. And if you speak, they have an accent. Then the people that's Irish living here in America, they're American. They don't know nothing about no Ireland. Maybe their family migrated from there, but they don't know nothing about that shit. They don't know nothing about that country. You know, we might have some people might lie and say their family migrated from there, but I doubt it. So there's a lot of people. I mean, there's probably good. Just watching the fight, it's probably at least 80% of people wearing Ireland flags around their bodies, around their necks, and I could barely spot an American flag. So you got people. This is what's so sad. You got people that's from America buying Ireland flags, wearing it around their necks, going against an American fighter. That's sad, man. There's no excuse for that. I mean, there's no logical sense behind that. I mean, do you hate hate him that much? I mean, that's anti-American. And all of his fights has been consistently like this. This is not the only fight. This is just a pattern that I haven't seen. See, every time Floyd fights, he fights against the whole nation. I mean, if he fight against a guy that's from Mexico, he fight against Mexico. I mean, he fights against the whole nation. If he fight against somebody from the Philippines, he fight against the whole nation. If he fight against somebody that's from Puerto Rico, he fight against all the Puerto Ricans. If he fight against somebody that's from Russia, he fight against the whole nation. Well, I shouldn't say Puerto Rico because that's U.S. territory, but you understand my point. It's like, how do people claim that they're so patriotic and they love America and they love the flag, but whenever it's an American fighter like Floyd, they kind of throw that out of the window. They throw the patriotism out of the window. That's anti-American. These people are not really patriotic at all. Most of these people that claim they love America, it's just talk. They just patriotic when it's in their best interest. And it's sad. It really is. It really is. And the last 15 of his fights, I've seen this. This is nothing new. I just think it's sad. When, that you have the whole large percentage of the country, probably over 50% of people, just want to see a black man get beat up by a foreigner. That's really sad, man. This is the country that we live in today. That's really sad. That's anti-American. That's not being a patriot at all. It's really sad. And then you got people like Trump getting elected. That was just icing on the cake. That tells you everything you need to know in this country. I mean, you don't even have to be a genius to figure out what's going on today. Everything is wide open. I mean, when I was growing up, one of the biggest differences today compared to when I was growing up, you had to figure out things. Because people would get up on television, a lot of the politicians, news reporters, and they would just lie. They would codify things. But today, they don't even lie. They just get up there and say what's on their mind and tell you how things are going to go. You don't even have to figure out anything today. All you got to do is sit back and listen and watch and see what happens. That's how it is today. Everything is pretty wide open. There's nothing to figure out today. That's where we live at today. I think it's sad. I know a lot of people that live here in America. They're embarrassed to say that they're American. When they go to other countries or when they travel to other European countries or areas like the UK or wherever they go, I know some people that are embarrassed to say that Trump is the president. I know people that's like that. They're not going to publicly come out and say it, or they're not going to have discussions about it. But they told me about it. Well, We're like the laughing stock around the world. People in other countries are laughing at what happens over here. Really. You know, so whenever you hear somebody talk about being so patriotic and showing all their patriotism and how they represent the flag and that's their culture and all that talk, that's a bunch of crap. They don't care nothing but no America. They go against people that are American. They'll go against, if you go against a foreigner, I don't care if the person black, Latina, Latino, whatever. If they're from America, I'm never going to go against them and bet on a foreigner to defeat them. I've seen this in the Olympics. In the Olympics, they do the same thing. I've seen it in the Olympics. I've seen it in every sport. Tennis, same thing. It's the same old thing. See, the hate is real in America. But it's sad. So when people start talking that crap, talking about how much they love America, please, don't buy into that. That's just talk. Talk is cheap. So that's what I think about the Mayweather fight. Well, if you like what you heard, go check out my books and my website at chooseyourrelationships.com. Subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.